example, against a high-profile celebrity, Bill Cosby. I sat there through 2 criminal trials. The first was a mistrial in Pennsylvania. The second ended in his conviction. Many of my clients served as witnesses, and Me Too witnesses. When the Pennsylvania Supreme Court set that aside for reasons having nothing to do with the merits, having to do with an alleged prior agreement by a district attorney not to prosecute, I had filed a civil case against Bill Cosby in California, in Santa Monica, and we continued to pursue that civil case. It was a case alleging child sexual abuse by Bill Cosby at the Playboy Mansion in Southern California. We fought that all the way through to trial. I was part of the team at trial, and we won. So that's now an appeal. That's okay. He'll fight to the end. We'll fight to the end. And we are going to fight to the end for Halyna Hutchins. Maybe Alec Baldwin is just so thrilled that much of the evidence that the prosecution was going to put on next week here in Santa Fe has not seen the light of day. I can tell you much of it will see the light of day in our civil lawsuit. And I'm hoping that when it finally gets to the jury, when Halyna's family has their day in court, the people of Santa Fe who are on the jury here will do the right thing based on the evidence that is admitted before. So maybe a little premature for Alec Baldwin to be having his party. Maybe somebody should remind him the party's not over. This case will proceed, and it will continue, and we will get a jury trial in this case, unless he decides to do the right thing and resolve it in a meaningful way.
Are you concerned that under New Mexico law there's a problem with loss of consortium, that the parents wouldn't have consortium with Halyna?
I couldn't hear the rest of your question. Am I concerned about under New Mexico law what?
That the parents don't have consortium with Halyna and therefore they can't file a loss of consortium claim?
I don't know what you mean by the parents don't have
That was an issue in the California.
Yeah, well, actually the parents had a very close relationship with Halyna, yes, even though they were thousands of miles away from her. Also in person. I didn't give you a photo, but I could provide it to you later. Of her, I think it was in Santa Monica, was Halyna, or then Halyna, and the baby's in the carriage. And they spoke frequently on FaceTime and WhatsApp. I have a witness to that. So, and also other members of the family. This is going to be very hard. I have not been able to connect with the family yet, but I know them. I was with Halyna, I was with Olga at Halyna's gravesite when she came to Hollywood Forever on the anniversary of the death of her beloved daughter, and she placed flowers on the grave, and she went through 4 countries to get there. Dinner with her, minutes later, so we could speak. It was marvelous, and just my heart goes out to her. And what's happened is cruel. By the way, I do hope that the district attorney's office in Santa Fe decides to appeal from the ruling yesterday to dismiss the case. I will say that even if they do decide to do that and are successful, it might be a right without a remedy because of double jeopardy. But I do think that it will be some vindication of fact that this is not a case that should have been dismissed yesterday, that there were, as I said, perhaps less draconian options. For example, how about that if she wanted to declare a mistrial and set a new trial date, if the district attorney wanted to pursue it? Or continue with this but have sanctions in reference to what the prosecutors could present. But in any event, that didn't happen yesterday. And so the state never was able to obtain a full day in court. And that's the decision. We need to respect it, although we may not agree with it. And do not.
Gloria, are you able to share any details?
I can't tell you.
Are you able to share any details about the family's suit moving forward?
About the family moving forward?
About the suit moving forward. Any specifics that you can share? Any timeline that you can share?
Okay. By the way, the lawsuit, which is in the civil court here, is a public document. And you will see the long list of those who we are suing.
We just want
including,
to get it on
besides
camera.
Alec Baldwin, David Halls, Hannah Gutierrez, and every producer on the set of Rust. I can't tell you how long it will take to get to trial. Defendants always have a right to a speedy trial. Civil plaintiffs do not. But however long it takes, we are going to persevere. We want to win accountability and justice for the untimely tragedy of losing this beautiful, talented cinematographer. You know, Alec Baldwin brought his baby to court, to baby to photographers. Well, you know, here's Halyna's child, much younger. That child does not have a mother anymore. All I can say is this is heartbreaking. We do have a scheduled call tomorrow with our entire legal team and with our clients in Ukraine, with a translator. As I've said, sometimes when we have a call, it's interrupted because they have to leave us to run to the bomb shelter. And also there's limited power for calls in Ukraine. But, you know, we soldier through, we get the call done, or we reset it as soon as possible. It's going to be a real challenge to try to explain what happened here to those who, even to some in the United States, who are not lawyers. How could this happen? That there is not going to be a continuation of the trial. But we have to explain this to our clients to try to help them understand there's still a pathway to justice. And we are going to continue to be their warriors for justice because they deserve accountability. But I just know it's going to be devastating to them. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tears and a lot of questions, and that's the way it's going to be. But I'm hoping that they're going to understand that there's some justice is still possible.
Gloria, did you say that they don't know the news yet?
Well, I don't know whether they know the news because I don't know what news they're looking at in Ukraine. And also, I haven't had an opportunity to find out from the member of our legal team who is the one who translates and who is in constant contact with them. I have not had an opportunity to speak to them about this. And neither, as far as I know, have some of the attorneys on our team because we couldn't get the call confirmed until yesterday, and that's for Sunday. And I have been to get that call through. It's they're still capable of justice. And they're going to journey to justice because they deserve it. And because also, as Halyna's father said in the sentencing impact of the Halyna Hutchins trial, and I read his victim impact statement there, he doesn't want any other parents of a crew member on a movie set or television set ever to have to suffer the way these parents are suffering. So he's hoping that if there is accountability, that there will be a lesson to everyone, that some good can come out of this, and much more awareness of the need for safety protocols to be followed for the use of guns on movie sets.
There's a long line of people that are filing civil suits. Does that impact your case at all?
I couldn't believe long line of.
There's a long line of people filing civil suits.
Okay, well, there can be a long line of people filing civil suits. That's always the case, and they have a right, and they have a cause of action. And God bless them. Police decision. They have a righteous cause. So we're not too told about that. Anyone who was injured on that set, whether it was emotional or physical injury or both, you have a right to file a lawsuit and have it litigated in the courts, and a jury will decide. So that's the more accountability the better. I just want to say that the idea that the rich, the powerful, the famous, celebrities or anyone else should be able to get away with no accountability for their actions is just unacceptable to me. The same rules and laws should apply to everyone. And unfortunately, we've not won justice yet. But I would point out this was not our case. This is the case of the state of New Mexico against Alec Baldwin. Now it will be our case, the civil case. So we have more control of what happens in this case, and we have more power to work to move it forward. So, only legal tools on this case. We'll do everything.
Has Mr. Baldwin made any effort to resolve?
Can you hold it higher, please, Laura?
This one?
Both of them. Just a little bit higher. Yeah.
I have copies of my statement as well. And
Gloria, has Mr. Baldwin made any effort to resolve this lawsuit at this point? Has Mr. Baldwin made any effort to resolve the lawsuit?
there have been no efforts to resolve this lawsuit by Mr. Baldwin at this time.
Has Mr. Baldwin reached out at any point up till today to her parents or her sister?
When you say up to today, yeah. No one has contacted. Actually, at the victim impact hearing for the sentencing of Halyna Hutchins after she was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, Olga, we made videos of the mom and the sister because they could not come to the United States. And the court allowed us to play the videos. In the video, Mom said that no one contacted her. So, I don't know. I just think it's a human, decent, moral thing to do if you've hurt someone else. And clearly he did. And by the way, whether he intended or not, it was never the issue. It's been never the case. It was not an intentional homicide that was charged. So it was a homicide. She just had the human decency to say, I'm sorry. On a phone call, or FaceTime, or whatever you wanted to do. To parents, and this was somebody's daughter, somebody's sister. It's not all about Alec Baldwin. There are victims in this case. They're not celebrities. They matter. Why he's not done that, you would have to ask him.
How closely will you be working with the DA in this?
Pardon me?
How closely will you be working with the DA for your case?
Well, I don't have any comment on the evidence that we will be putting on, that we will obtain. Of course, we have subpoena powers in any case to obtain evidence. So, we will, of course, attempt to obtain all available evidence from any source. So, I wouldn't say I'd be working with the DA, but I would say I'm interested in any and all of them. Which brings me to the last point. I agree that that evidence that was not sent to the defense, according to the evidence and witnesses testifying yesterday, was never on the set of Rust, as they said. They did have the bullet from the gun that was discharged by Alec Baldwin that went through Halyna's body, and then injured Joel Souza, the director. Because one of the law enforcement officers obtained that bullet from the hospital. That was the most important relevant evidence. What happened when getting into the details of those other boxes, I don't know. But clearly the district attorney's office never considered them relevant for the prosecution for anything in this case. Because they never were on the set of Rust. But in any event, that's the decision. And that's what happened.
Are there any lessons that's been learned from the
Pardon me?
trial? Are there any lessons that's been learned from the trial that could maybe help you in the criminal lawsuit?
I do think that much of what I've learned in this criminal case will be helpful in understanding. But you know, gaining the truth, understanding the truth of what happened, who's responsible, and as the father said, everyone needs to have to face the consequences. What is Clara Cokie? What the level of responsibility? I think I have a fairly good understanding, and the other members of my team do. And that is why we lay out in great specificity, in many, many pages in the civil lawsuit, about what we think went wrong in the production of Rust that led to this tragedy.
Can we get a quick two-shot with you?
Thank you very much.
Where do you want to do it? Right here?
Yeah, I want you on the left side.
Would you be ready to see after you speak with them?
Sure.
Okay.